Yo gamers, I hope the quality of the video will be better than the previous ones, because previously I recorded them with Streamlabs OBS and it seemed a bit pixely. Let's see if regular OBS is better, but my settings might be a little off. Basically what today I'll bring you a quick overview of all the new items that Thieving introduced, mainly for Ironman in the last update. Because yeah, as a main you can buy most of these items. I tried to do a little bit of testing, like seeing how many chests you can loot an hour and how many market stalls you could thieve, but it got kind of out of scope because the wiki doesn't have drop chances yet, so I couldn't do calculations, and there's a lot of things to do, and spending like an hour like thieving at all of them for probably still questionable results. I decided it wasn't the best, so I'll just give you a quick overview of the methods. I'm gonna give you a caveat right off the bat. Most of these items will be faster obtained by the regular way. So for example, Pure Essence, probably like farming Abyssal Beast, is still gonna be better because it's more active than AFK, Pickpocketing, etc. So this is more about, I want to both get these resources and some Thieving XP, or for example, I want to get these resources in a lot more chill way than I would usually do. There is a resource here and there, like for example meat, for Ironman especially, that is really important. That is limited generally by a shop, and now it's no longer. So let's just jump right into it. I'll start with market stalls, then I'll go over the new chests, and then we'll start talking about the pickpocket target. For market stalls in Zenorous you got 3 stalls. The first one is the Spirit Stall at 107. This one has a large variety of wood and stone spirits. This is very nice. It's probably not efficient to thieve these and then go to your resources, but if you need spirits, for example, for the tier 100 hatchet and pickaxe upgrade, this is probably a really great stall to stick at, unless you have bosses that drop specific spirits. Like in the end you'll have plenty, but maybe in the short term you need like a handful more. Next to that you have the Zenorous Market Seed Stall, requiring 114 thieving. This has a lot of high-end seeds, which is really useful, like Starbloom for example. It's a nice source and it is pretty chill to do. A little bit further is also the Trinket Stall, requiring 116 thieving. This has some nice stuff like Hydrix Dust, Clues, and some incense sticks. For example the Torstal, which give you an XP bonus. They're usually pretty expensive to make, so I guess it's a nice bonus to get them from. Hydrix Dust, of course, is rare from this, but the fact that you can get it, honestly, like your EOFs don't degrade that often, so I wouldn't mind just sitting here a little bit and making some. But on the other hand, if you don't mind Clues, making alchemical Hydrix is not that bad either. Then over in Dark Mayor, we have probably one of the best stalls, and that is the Meat Stall, requiring 115 thieving. This drops a variety of meats, and it also drops a variety of meat packs. I opened a rabbit one that gave me like 50 meat, so I'm gonna assume they're all like 50. But still, that is just an insane amount of meat. Usually you would be limited by the stock in Ooklock, and now you can just spend some time on this stall rather than doing it daily, basically. And you probably get it faster overall as well. Dark Mayor Magic Stall right next to it drops some Elks, drops Soul, Blood and Death Runes. But the biggest reason you probably go here for is the Ring of Vitur, which boosts your Thieving and Hunter success rate by 5%, which is really nice. We also have the Potion Stall, requiring 119 Thieving. This drops a lot of useful potions in 1 doses. Once again, probably farming the herbs and making the potions is a lot faster. But you can get Extreme Potions, Spirit of Attraction, Aggression, Prayer Renewal, Weapon Poison +++, and Poison Flasks as well. Potion Flasks. Potion Flasks are once again a limited item usually. It's behind the daily of red sandstone notes, which you can reset 3 times a week, of course, with the Advanced Time spell. Then we'll pop over to chests. At level 71 Thieving, you have the Dwarven Mine chest. The only great thing here is the double ammo mold. They also drop some Runite ore and Luminite and the stone spirits as well. So if you're short on those stone spirits, you can grab them there as well. Chaos Druid Tower. This is a little north of Ardo next to the farm, can easily run there from the lodestone. This has access to Quarm, Snapdragon, and Spirit, Wheat, Grimy Herbs, and the seeds. Definitely bring a herb back if you want to do this, because they're unnoted. I was using the Slayer Cape and it was still unnoted. So, sorry, the Thieving Cape. So you definitely want to bring that. At 103 Thieving, you'll unlock the Cadarn chests. They have a variety of good seeds. Definitely nice for herblore and stuff, if you don't want to do stuff like Hellware for a lot of Lantern Dime seeds. You can definitely grab them here. They drop also a handful of herbs. The Arania Cave, 107 Thieving. Pure Essence and some runes. I would probably skip this one for wizards later. The chests are definitely a less resource intensive method than pickpocketing, because there you need Crystal Mask and maybe you'll use Light Form. So that costs some prayer points as well. And this is definitely more chill. City of chest requires 1012 Thieving. It drops some ashes, buckets of slime, ectoplasm, and greater powerful ink, and a greater flaming skull. All items required for rituals, basically, like the ashes go into inks. Bucket of slimes you'll turn into ectoplasm as ammunition. Ectoplasm is the ammunition, and greater flaming skulls can be used as a pretty durable light source, so that's lovely. The Darkmire chest requires 116 Thieving, and it gives a decent amount of money, but you're probably only going here for the Ring of Aether. Then a really nice one, Reziel Citadel, 119. That's a massive requirement, but it drops Impure Essence and all the Necro runes. The quantities aren't insane, but if you don't want to do rituals, or farm up the materials to do rituals, you can just sit here and get, honestly, a nice amount of Impure Essence. Pickpocketing. These are also in level order, just like the previous categories, but I also blocked, basically, if it's the same type of NPC, but there's just different levels, I added them in order. For the first one, we have the Trainee Archaeologist, requiring 50 Thieving. It drops a variety of arc materials, some dust, stuff like tetracompass pieces, etc. Then we have the Archaeologist at level 78 Thieving. Kinda the same, but then upgraded. And the Archaeologist Professor at level 108. Once again, kinda the same, but upgraded. I believe this one stops dropping soil, so you no longer have to bring a soil box. But other than that, still nice. A really good one for Ironman, the Tower Mage at level 64. It drops runes and rune essence. Also some talismans, so your inventory will fill up, but you can just drop those. And then you have the Wizard Tower Master Mage. Instead of the top floor, these are on the second highest. And they basically have the same drop table, but better, once again. Over in Darkmere, we have the Firewatch Tider with 100 Thieving. It has some alks, it has some runes, drops some Cullibarium keys. I'm not sure, there aren't that many great drops on the Culinary chest. I wrote outside drop them, but you might find some use for them. And then at 118 you have the Fire Lord Consumer. It's basically the same drop table, a little bit better of course, higher rates. But also drops the Ruby Necklace for the making of porters. Not the highest, but porters are porters in the end. Some Nechrite Stone Spirits and Eternal Magic Lock Wood Spirits on top of that. Then a really great one for everybody who hates raids or can't find a group. The Gobi Scavenger on Nazcap, requiring 102 Thieving. It drops Techie and it drops the Reputation items. Reputation, basically you don't have to do your daily Reputation grind. You can just get these items, bury them, get your 5k for the rerolls that way. It also drops rerolls for the raids itself, so you can basically stock up on those so you can reroll your raid a little more. And it also drops Illigators, and actually like an illegal amount. These heal almost the same as a Shark, if not the same. And you get a lot of them. So if you have 99 Thieving, which you need for this strategy, even if you're boosting 3 levels, you can use the cape and they just stack. And I think on my Ironman I already have like 3k Illigators stacked in the bank, so I don't think I'm even fishing anymore. Then we have the Metaphos Market Guards at 104. Do you like clues? Great, because these guys drop Master, Elite and Hearts. They also drop a couple of Vital Sparks. If you still need those, you don't want to do Slayer. They drop extra Fine Sandstone if you don't want to grind it yourself for your big prayer flask. And they also drop reputation items, so you don't actually have to gain your reputation in Manifold, if you don't have that finished already. That's our traders in Tsar City. I don't know, the big volcano on Karamya, or Musa, next to Musa Point. The big thing, they drop an onyx. It says a 1 in 3,000. That would mean that with sticky fingers you would average an onyx an hour. That seems a little high, but I guess so. And they also drop the Yol Tokt Yit, which is used in some, I would say mid-game, but I believe they're situationally best in slot. Amulets that boost your damage with dependent on your attack level and your strength level respectively. They also boost the damage of onyx weapons, including the Axikill. And then we have fairy traders. They have some herbs, they have some starbloom seeds, once again, some wood spirits. They just have some stuff. I would say, like, if you like the stuff that's on the table and you want some thieving XP, you would do these guys. Anyways, that was a quick and dirty overview of all the new items coming in. If you want me to actually do like a loot from 1 hour or 10 hours, I've seen Mr. No Sleep, he usually does 10 hours, of X thieving method, X Slayer Creature, X Boss, hit me up. And I can make those if you want. After that, thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. Join the Twitch, follow me there. And I hope you have a great day. See you later.